one here. Nope. There's a public chat. If that shows up on here, I'm not sure if that shows up on here. And then we have on YouTube, which let me might take a second to get to there. God damn. Okay, it's not there yet. It'll be there, hopefully.
You guys are a little pixelated.
We are really. Nope. There's the public chat.
You're good on YouTube, Shane.
Yeah, are we pixelated to you right
Yeah,
now?
a little bit. Tom's
can
nice
see it.
and Tom's nice and crispy, clear, but you're a little pixelated. But it's probably fine.
I think we're lagging.
Yeah. Jeez. Let me try to shut off some of my kids' stuff. I love doing that. They'll come knocking on the door. Dad.
Shane, I thought you guys had Starlink out there.
We do, but if people are like, using the VR and two different people are watching Netflix, and then my dad's watching TV too. Which, by the way, I can't believe some of the stuff my dad has started to watch.
Really?
He told me he was watching Euphoria.
Yeah, he was watching at least the first season of Euphoria.
And he found out that he found out that Sydney Sweeney was in
He
it.
must have found out. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That's enough of a reason to watch that show.
But, dude. So
I thought so when I saw some pictures, but then I'm like, I'm not watching this shit. So I just
I get the pictures.
Just mute it.
No, I actually have no idea what it's about. It might be good, but I know all those people's careers got kind of launched off of it.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know how much of it he's watched, but he's definitely watched some of it because it's first season's on my HBO, right? And on Netflix, he started watching Castlevania.
Really?
Really?
That is shocking.
Yeah, well, he watched a few episodes. He's like, yeah, he's like, because at first he didn't understand, like, when I was trying to tell him about it, I said, there's an adult cartoon you can watch. He's like, well, I used to kind of watch The Simpsons, but it's also, then he tried to say it was, like, dirty. I'm like, well, Dad, there's a lot of dirty things that, whatever. You watch Game of Thrones and everything, and Black Sails.
well, it's a cartoon.
And he's like, yeah, it's a cartoon, it's just different.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it's not made for kids, really.
No.
And he's like, oh, I've watched Castlevania. I watched the first few episodes of that. I might have watched the whole thing. And I was explaining to him. He said, no, I watched the first few episodes of that. Dracula, he killing all these people. It's brutal. I'm like, I can't believe he's watching.
I think he's just burning through a lot of TV and he's running out of things to watch.
He's never had,
access to all
this stuff. He has absolutely everything that he's ever had before. HBO, Netflix, I got, Disney Plus, which has Hulu in it, Amazon Prime. Even just one of those, you're going to have a lifetime worth of content, right?
So
He's living large like Dave Farley.
Yeah, it'd be the equivalent of us opening up Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
Open it up and you have all the catalog of games, right? Which now we kind of do.
Mr. Fowler said to make sure you get that tattoo removal machine, Jaimie.
Been waiting months.
I need to do it. I did one a couple of weeks ago.
What's funny is it looks like someone just erased it.
Dude,
And it's like, it's still kind of there.
dude, I'm probably six sessions in. I did one probably 6 weeks ago, so I'm due for another one.
Yeah.
But it just hurts so bad. So I really got to psych myself up for it. And
so it just must hurt.
Courage.
It just hurts much worse than getting a tattoo then.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like hot metal on the skin is the only way I can describe it.
I still don't understand.
Like you're being branded. Dude,
What?
I hated it.
There's nothing wrong with it at all.
Dude, I began to just hate the tattoo. So it's a good lesson too.
The lesson is you keep it on there for life. There's no lesson if you can just undo it.
Dude, no, the learning lesson is bad decisions are painful. Like
Shame you couldn't
super
get it
painful.
covered up.
No, it was too.
That's not something. You can just put a big black circle on it.
You know what? That would have been better. That would've been better. My dad told me it looked like Bigfoot, so that really killed it for me. That killed it for me. So I'm like, I got to get rid of this thing.
He stops and looks at it one day, kind of.
Yeah. And by the way, thank you. Right now we have 10 people on at least. That's what's showing me on here. And Ace 360, yeah. Charlie, you're the legend, man. And we have N4X follow
Mr. Farley. I guess for two of you.
Yeah, preceded by some characters of Asian origin. I don't know.
With it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know which that is. How you doing, man? What country you from, dude? Or maybe you don't want to say. It's fine. We do have a Q&A I put up there, but what was I going to say? So on this tattoo I was getting, like, I fell asleep while I was doing it, and they kept kind of nudging me. But on the one of my ribs, I thought I was going to fucking die. Like, and I was obviously much skinnier. But when they go over my ribs, it felt like it was vibrating everything, and I was going to shit myself. I felt like I was going to shit myself. So I was sitting like this going, and he's like, breathe. You know? I'm like, I'm good. No, it doesn't hurt. He's like,
Yeah.
I know the ribs hurt. Ribs hurt.
I might be to a point now where I could get a massive cover up. So it's always
just
a possibility.
Get a big black circle.
Big black.
He's got it worn down now enough that he might be able to. They find a good enough artist that can.
Honestly, I could probably just get a competent tattoo artist to do the original Jesus that I wanted, and not the Bigfoot.
Well, now just tell people it's like the Shroud of Turin version. Well, you know what I mean? We're just like this muddled little mess.
The Active Vampire Diaries, please.
You know, that actually almost won the poll, and I was so glad it didn't. And not because, like, I just wanted to watch Supernatural again. I mean, Vampire Diaries might be good. I just heard it's a little. Hey, what's up? What's up? Marie S 610. You're the dear fella.
Maries.
There's a man,
Mary's.
a square,
Mary's
a
610.
a square. That's Jaimie, the square. I'm the upside down cross. Is that like a male or female or something?
That's a female symbol.
I'm that one, I guess. And you could be the heart.
Oh, fuck.
You could be the little white guy on the left.
A little white. He's yellow. You're the yellow guy.
That's me, I guess. Zakk Booker right there. 2026 quote right there.
Get salt.
And Chunk.
What the fuck?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
I feel like you should know what that is.
I don't know what Salt and Chunk is.
It's like some band or something.
Well, is that supposed to be sloth? Salt.
Chunk. I thought the chunk was a bit at me. That's fine. Now, we have a Q&A, but Jaimie, we haven't talked in a little. Well, no, I mean, you and I have talked personally.
Right.
But you were
Mando?
You were doing some. Hey, what's up, Mando? You were doing some personal stuff, and now your first podcast back for a while. It's good to see you, man. Anything new happened lately? You grew the goatee beard thing, and I think it looks a hell of a lot better than a baby face.
Mr. Fowler is drunk.
Nice
Sloth.
Okay.
It's funny.
Oh, well,
It's good to be back. It's good to be back. It's funny because your brother hates the facial hair. You love the facial hair. So, I'm just kind of in this place now.
My brother don't know what the hell's going on. I'll tell you, he's living in 1989 still.
Got that long hair going on, leather jacket.
Yeah,
he still has long hair, doesn't he? But I've just been good, working, hanging out with the kids. Thanks, Zakk. I appreciate it,
motherfucker. They said it.
That's what Mando said. On the chat.
Thank you, Zakk. I know how you feel, buddy.
Get that pirate. You get the Captain Morgan goatee going on.
Like Flint, except his is a little more. I mean, it's like probably like yours. If I didn't have that, Flint from Black Sails. You guys, I mean, we didn't react to Black Sails.
Black Sails is a great show.
I think Game of Thrones highs are absolutely way better, but in my opinion, Black Sails ends.
Oh, it ends significantly better.
Yes, yeah, it's just a great show. I mean, Game of Thrones is probably a better show, but Black Sails deserved so much more recognition than it got. It just was on at the same time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Which my dad has to watch that too. He didn't care for the ending of.
I know. I've been saying it. He's gay.
Yeah, that's my dad. Yeah. Well, what's wrong with that, Dad? Nothing. I don't care, but I just didn't think. Whatever. Handsome looking dude, man. Yeah, he is ish.
Thanks.
Yeah, he's my relative, so I'm not as attracted to him.
I think he's talking about Captain Flint.
No. Is he talking about Flint? Damn. I misunderstood that, just like Jaimie misunderstood.
Jaimie is always a treat on the show, Mr.
Speaking of treat, I just got. God damn! You know how we do? There was a fan who was always getting us these yum yum boxes, which is like treats from different countries. Loved doing the video. Well, they couldn't do it 1 month, and they just asked if I can do it. And I don't expect for them to do it all the time, or I don't expect anyone to give us anything ever except views and clicks. So I did it, and I keep forgetting to cancel it. I got like 6 of these fucking or 5 of these boxes, and I just got a notification that there's another one being on the way,
Yeah.
and that'd be
my
number
gosh.
6. I'm so pissed off about that.
That's how they get you, man. That subscription.
Goddamn fucking yeah. Rasul, what's up, everyone? Love the channel. Hey, love you, man. So, Jaimie, you got any stories? I mean, besides what's going on in your life, I mean, I know you're managing a restaurant now, and you like it quite a bit.
Yeah, that's going good. Business is good. Other than that, man, the last couple of months, the girls and I went to Tennessee, to Gatlinburg. Had a great time down there. Saw some wild bear. I might even wrestled a couple.
Really?
Yeah, man. Other than that, not a lot going on.
Dude, I'm obsessed with looking up baby grizzly bears. I send you that stuff all the time.
Oh, they're real cute.
Yeah, baby bears, baby wolves, baby tigers. Really, baby anything. Let's be honest. But something about baby bears. It might have to do with me loving my childhood movie, The Bear.
Yeah, I'd say so because it's
Probably.
they become when they get older.
Yeah.
and what they
You know,
do to people.
going to Gatlinburg got me interested in bear. And you know, Washington County used to have a ton of bear, but
Yeah.
now there's like hardly any. Man, I'm thinking.
Well, now
man,
there's been an increase in the amount of bear sightings in
Which
the
is
past
cool.
10 years.
hopefully they come back. I don't know if you remember when we were kids, like there was one in the cemetery, and
Yep, I remember.
yeah, that was really cool. So
I do remember that. But I used to see him out here when my dad was a kid. But they just don't see him really anymore. I mean, I don't think. I mean,
There've been sightings
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
lately, but
Tom, and there's bears where you live, right?
not Jaimie wrestling a bear. Yeah, see, when I first was going to take a dig at him when he's talking about wrestling a bear, but we'll go with the animal. Bear.
Tom, I know you have mountain lions that live next to you. You want to tell that story? The dog?
Along with the aliens.
Well, if you want to do the alien, I don't remember if that alien's is connected to that, but I definitely know about the mountain lion one.
Oh, no, that was when I was on vacation in South Dakota when I heard that story. Yeah, but I was at this bed and breakfast, and this guy was telling me that. So you've got just kind of a regular looking flat backyard, but then on all three sides is just straight up wooded mountains. So he said they're having this cookout, and they had this little, like, I don't know if it was a terrier or chihuahua, some really small dog just running around. There's all these people. They're like, this mountain lion comes barreling out of the woods, runs into the yard, snatches this little dog up, right back in front of everybody, gone. So I guess
That's
the woman,
awful, though.
the wife just fell on her knees, was just bitterly weeping.
dude,
And
that's
everyone's just
awful.
like standing there, like holding their hamburgers on their plate, like not talking because it was.
Oh
like,
my God.
What do you say?
There's nothing you can do.
You say to that, dude.
Well, you know the dog is dead.
The
Yeah.
only noise,
You do.
the only noise is the woman weeping.
Were you there too, or did you hear about it?
No, that
This was
just
the
a
story.
the guy
It'd
told
be like the Boondock Saints. I can't believe that just fucking happened.
Dude, that almost
Is that like a
happened.
cat?
Yeah, when the fucking cat gets shot on the table.
Almost happened to my
yeah.
chihuahua, dude. I almost had my chihuahua with a coyote. I let my actually my daughter Jade let out Rosie, my chihuahua, and
Bundle of joy.
a coyote came out of the woods, tried to pull her into the woods, and Jade like looked down, and there just happened to be like a bottle there, and she picked it up and threw it at the coyote, and it hit him in the nose, and he ran off. Yeah, it was the craziest thing. I hear her screaming outside, and I think she's being attacked by like a human or something, but no, it was a damn coyote.
God damn, man.
Some bitch.
All right, Zach.
Need to know what Zakk thought about the Minas Tirith Lego set and the commercial. I actually don't know much about it. I've not seen a commercial. The only thing I saw was that Denethor was included and he had cherry tomatoes. And there was thousands of
Tomatoes is a
pieces.
new world food.
Yeah, thousands of pieces to the set.
I heard it was like
So-
the biggest, one of the biggest Lego sets ever.
No, it's huge.
I mean, I didn't see how. I mean, yeah. I mean, because dude, the Star Destroyer is humongous.
No, it's crazy the amount of money that you can spend on one of these, even when they're small.
Yeah,
So I can't
Crazy.
imagine what that set would cost.
yeah.
You know, there's people that buy those Lego sets and just sit on them for a few years and then put them on eBay and make like crazy money. Kind of pisses me off, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really go for them anymore anyway because it's just outrageous to spend that kind of money
Yeah.
on something like that.
You got any other stories, Jamie?
Well, dude, I tell you what, man. You brought up tomatoes and made me think of my dad. You guys like those little Chef Boyardee pizza kits? You know what I'm talking about? Like the
Yes,
old
my dad.
kits.
So I know I'm very biased, but I grew up with them and I love them. My dad made them all the time, and he also put like crushed red pepper on them and other toppings. And it's my
Yeah.
favorite pizza.
Yeah, dude. So I was talking to my dad on the phone the other day. I'm like, hey, what's going on? I think it was Mother's Day. I planned on coming down for Mother's Day, but my car is having some issues, so I didn't. I said, what are you guys gonna have? And my dad's like, oh, I'm gonna have, we're gonna make Chef Boyardee pizza. And I'm like, oh, I haven't had those forever. You know what I mean? Like that's awesome. Like, cause like you, Shane, we had them as kids, and I really liked them, and probably the nostalgia of them is probably stronger than I don't know what they taste like now. But anyway, I'm gonna find out soon because the very next day I got an Amazon package in the mail, and I'm like, what? I don't remember ordering anything. So I open it up, and my dad, who was really sweet of him, sent me a box of Chef Boyardee pizza kit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I thought that was kind of the end of it, and I had planned on going to Kroger or whatever and buying me some pepperonis and mozzarella and all that
They
good
used to
stuff.
come with pepperonis in the
Yeah,
can, but they don't anymore, as far as
yeah.
I know.
So the
And they're
next
just good.
day, I get another package. I'm like, this is weird. More packages I didn't order. So I go and I get close to the package and I just smell it. Freaking stinks. Dude, it
Well,
smelled like a wet fart. I mean, it was the nastiest thing in the world. So I grab that package and I open it up, and the smell got even stronger. I'm like, oh my God, what is that? It was pepperoni. My dad sent me 2 bags of pepperoni, but it was compromised. I don't know what happened, but the bags were smashed. There was pepperoni everywhere. There was like pepperoni grease everywhere. So I'm like,
yeah.
damn. So I text my dad. I said, hey, Dad, like, thanks for the pepperonis. I appreciate it, but I don't think they're any good. Like, the bag's all smashed up and it stinks. He's like, put it in the refrigerator. It'll be fine.
Man,
It gets better. The
Okay.
next day, there's a box, like a big box outside of my house. I'm like, what in the hell is that? I mean, it looked like a box, like a car part or something would come in. It was like probably like a 12 by 12 box. Like, I'm like, weird. So anyway, I open it up. I start to feel that it's kind of like a little cool, like a little bit of a temperature to it. I open it up and look inside, and there's like 3 inches of water and 2 bags of mozzarella cheese. I'm like, oh my God. I take There's like this stuffing in there. I take this stuffing out of there, and like water's dripping off of it. And I take the cheese, and I haven't even talked to my dad about this. I didn't have the heart to tell him, but the cheese, it's supposed to be shredded mozzarella cheese. It was like 2 cinder blocks of mozzarella cheese.
Well,
So,
well, I'll tell you what though, that means you can grate it. It's fresh. It's better
dude,
because no, dude, like the shredded cheese has these anti-caking agents. That way,
yeah,
it stays individualized,
right.
and it's not as pure. And supposedly,
No,
How
dude,
Zach's looking
dude,
at shit.
dude, listen to me. It was supposed to be shredded cheese. Whatever happened in that box made
oh
the cheese turn into like a block of
yeah. So what happened is
rotten cheese.
it melted and then cooled down, and it became a big block, right?
Yeah, it was gross,
I
man.
don't
And
know.
water was dripping everywhere. So now I got to go to the store and buy pepperoni and buy mozzarella cheese, and so I can take pictures of it and send it to my dad and say, "Man, thank you so much for sending me."
It's funny how kind this guy is, sending his family members food.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, all things considered.
But
Wait a
Time.
minute. Isn't this the same guy that made Shane sleep on the floor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
starved him.
yeah,
Wouldn't let him eat.
well, he tried to starve me out. Didn't work. It's
Shane, you
better
said
now.
Yeah.
You're laying on the floor sleeping like this.
Like
That's why
this.
Shane. That's why Shane overeats now, as the trauma from being starved by my dad.
Yeah. Well, it was like a movie. It was
I
like
started sleeping like this because people were putting your hands in fucking water making you piss yourself.
well, that's one reason. And now I do it as a habit. I do this, or I'm just down to my
Well,
side.
I don't
Like,
know that you ever said you pissed yourself, but that they were trying to get you to do it.
yeah. But freaking It's like Matilda. You have kind of like these mythologized adults villains. It's like, okay, adults don't really act like that. I remember him coming in late at night with a big, bag from like the gas station or IGA. He's like, I got treats for everyone. Here you go. Here you go. Oh, Shane, sorry, didn't get you nothing. And it was like that was a performance. Didn't get you nothing, Shane. And it's like the joke is like, all right, I'm just kidding, but no, that was it. Didn't get nothing.
Like beef jerky, like M&Ms, a bag of Doritos. Like it was some premium good stuff, man. When you're a kid, and Shane would just sit there be without. Did I share with you, Shane, or no? It was like too bad.
No, because you guys were all starving over there. Everyone was starving, so everyone was like eating their own food. No one was sharing nothing. So I was starving so bad. So what I do? You know what I did?
You stole.
I had to steal. I remember going to the refrigerator and just getting cheese, this little Kraft cheese, and unwrapping it, fill my mouth, and then throw it in the trash, and try to eat like 4 or 5 of these things. And that's what I would eat in a day sometimes.
It was a crazy life, man. It was a crazy life. But if my dad's watching this, I do appreciate the pizza kit, and I'm gonna make it this weekend.
Well, I had the best time over at your house when I was younger.
Oh, it was
it has nothing to do with the time I had. You know what I mean?
That was definitely the good old days, man. I miss those days, and I think about like I just don't think it's normal to have that kind of childhood anymore. But like, man, if I could, even though we were poor, if my kids could have had the childhood I did, man, it would have been awesome.
Yeah,
it made a lot of good memories.
Well, I think I don't know. I mean, I try to think about the '90s. Like, think about there wasn't like a major war that affected us, like the Soviet Union, like that fell, so people weren't scared anymore.
Yeah.
So like the '90s was kind of just like a really good decade.
We had Desert Storm in the early '90s, but
but it didn't really affect us. It wasn't here.
It wasn't. Yeah, it really wasn't. I mean, honestly, the '90s was really good until about '99, and that's when Columbine happened.
Yeah,
and then it felt like shit started getting real weird. You know what I mean? Like things started changing abruptly around that time.
Yeah,
Shane, you got. Because he brought that up, you have to tell the bus story now with the Columbine thing. I'm sure there's people watching that haven't heard it.
That was crazy. I still remember that.
I haven't told that in a while. Bill the bus driver, remember that?
I remember it. I remember you telling me about it. Yeah, my bemused face.
Okay, well, Jaimie, you're not always here for the story, but you're referenced quite a bit. So when I was in the 7th grade, I got a BB gun for Christmas. It shot BBs and darts, right? But the BB thing didn't work. You'd have to like do that for it to come out. You know what I'm saying? You had to flick the gun like that.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I got it for Christmas, and on Christmas break, James, you there? Did we drop Jaimie?
Yeah, sorry, my phone's acting. No, I'm here. My phone's acting goofy. I'm here. Okay,
so I took it over to your house, and I put it in my backpack because I didn't have a suitcase because we didn't go anywhere. So that was my suitcase. I have grocery bags and a backpack. Took it to your house, and we had a jolly good time shooting cans in the side yard over there. And then, we go back to school on Monday when Christmas break is over, and I completely forgot it was in my front pocket of my gym bag. Well, this little girl, I'll never forget her name. I'll just say her first name, Ashley. She was sitting in my assigned seat. And, she probably did the right thing, I guess. But it was open a little bit. And she always would go in there and try to play my Game Boy. And I would let her. And then she saw the gun, took it out, held up in the air, screamed, "Shane's got a gun! He's going to kill us all!" And everyone's like, "Ah!" And I just look at the front of the bus. There's that 3-foot wide mirror. I saw Bill, the bus driver, just like, look up. Throw his cigarette out the window. Okay. He whips the fucking bus to the side of the road. And my heart is beating. And then you hear those anti-lock brakes or whatever.
They're air brakes.
Brakes. You hear those things. And he just gets up. And this guy, he dressed like such a weird, not a weirdo. He was like some 78 or 88-year-old hillbilly guy. He wore short jeans like your Uncle John. Mm-hmm. He wore a wife beater, and his short jeans were short. And he had cowboy boots, and they went up like almost to his knee.
Damn.
And then he walks the back of the bus. He just grabs a gun, and he's like, "You going to shoot up the school, son?" And I'm like, "No." And he goes, "Bullshit!" And he has it right here, like not pointed like that, but like right next to my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "It's for a school play, man." Like I just lied because I was, just being stupid. I just forgot it was in there. And he said, "There's not gonna be another Columbine, not on my watch." And he just
Damn.
and he didn't really twirl it, but that's what I say. Okay, and he puts it in like his jeans, like
tucks it in his
like
jeans.
fucking Die Hard,
Yeah.
like back there. And then when I got to the school, there were two cops there and my dad, just waiting. My dad didn't talk to me like he was a cop. He's like, "All right, let's go." I'm like, "What the hell's going?" And then he took me to the principal's office. They grilled me for like 2 hours.
Was your dad?
My mom
a cop
came.
at
I
the
remember she was
time?
outside. She was crying.
Shame.
And I got suspended for the rest of the year. But at St. Mary's, they said, we know it was a mistake, but we have to do this. But we'll give you your assignments every week and homework pack. And one of the teachers, Mr. Schenkel, remember Schenkel, Tom?
Yeah.
He was a football coach too. He volunteered to like get with me every week just to get me through the math. And so I'd meet at the library every week. And dude, that year was weird. I was at your house a lot, Jaimie.
Yeah.
I beat, I think I beat Final Fantasy 9 and 10 that year.
Shane,
I
was
mean,
your
it
dad
was like a
cop?
long summer. What's that?
Was your dad a cop at that time?
No, he was a meter man at that time. He was a cop, and then he became a fireman in like '94. He became a firefighter, and then he was there for like, less than a decade, and he retired. Yeah, and that
Became
was
the meter man.
he became the meter man, but they voted to get rid of his position because they wanted to save money, and then they wanted the cops to do it, and then the cops just never did it. So then they tried to have my dad come back. He's like, "I'm not coming back. Those bastards can burn in hell." Oh shit! I should never say to my mom, like, "Mark, I want them to go to hell."
So,
So, dude, I don't want me burn in hell.
so speaking of that, I won't name names or anything like that, but there's a person from our school days that Shane
Okay.
has had a vendetta against this entire time. And he
Dude, I
hasn't
told
let it
this
go,
story on the Blind Way podcast.
and he won't let it go. But the reason it's funny is because just the other day I'm talking to Shane on the phone, and randomly he just starts coughing uncontrollably, like
Yeah,
to the
I
point
was-
where I'm like, "Shane, are you okay, dude?" And he's like, and he's just like, Thomas. I'm like, "What?" He's like, I just want you to know, if I die,
Oh
that
yeah.
person, blank, fill in the name. He's not. Don't let him come to my funeral. And I hate him. I don't forgive him. And I hope he burns in hell.
Oh, I did say that. Yeah, it
There's got a few
was.
people on that list.
I have a few people on that list.
It's just funny because, like, for a moment, I actually thought he was dying, and like he literally was going to the grave with that as his final edict.
Edict. Well, I didn't know, but when I hit the back of my head, we went to the hospital at like 2:30 in the morning on a filming weekend. What did I tell you? I gave you the list of people I hated, and I didn't regret it. I didn't want them to come to my funeral. And I want Zakk and Tom and Matt to remember that. And you know these people when they're not allowed to come.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. And
I
let
think
it be known here.
I think I'll be dead before you, but yeah.
I don't know, man.
Nah,
Mr. Jones, appreciate the donation, sir.
Oh, I don't have YouTube up, but
yeah, we're not. Jesus Christ.
Shane's got all the
We're
food. in the world.
modern this shit.
Yeah. Hey. Oh my God.
Oh, so that shit's on here and you just didn't have it up?
Correct. Well,
What
but
the
no, but this is
Correct.
what this is like from like a minute ago.
I understand that. but
Yeah. Anyways,
Why don't you just do what you did before when we had Matt on the mall thing and just.
I can do that. Like that. That's
Yeah.
what you mean, yeah. Hey, thank you so much, San Antonio Jones. I haven't talked to you for a while, man, but hope all is well. Hope the relationship is going good. So thanks, man. Appreciate it. That's a big hearty donation. I'm gonna heart that fucker.
Very nice,
There
Mr.
we go.
Jones.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Mr. Jones. I love that Counting Crows song too, by the way. Anyways, we do have a Q&A. What's that person? Ace. Who's Ace? That person is not Aaron Elliott.
My northern brothers. Hello.
Yeah, he
Man in the
is.
South.
Yeah.
Got a lot of love for the South. I've been listening to a lot of Corrosion and a lot of Down lately.
Yeah.
Some good Southern metal bands.
I do want to. I did say like a couple of days ago that we're doing a podcast. We have a Q&A, so I'm gonna bring that bad boy up right now. It's on our community channel, and all right, we got a few comments on here. Okay, so we'll start with the first one. Hey, Shane and Zakk. Wanted to take a moment to talk about how you guys really helped me get through the day. This is Comic Lover 90. Sometimes I'm just chest deep in shit and I'm 5'8". Now, Jaimie, you listen because you might be able to relate to this.
Yes, sir.
Being 5 foot. Well, that's a little taller than you, I think, isn't it?
It is, Jaimie.
Okay. This is just Jaimie on here. So I always feel like I'm drowning in it. But seriously, though, thanks for the laughs along with Tom and Tom's badass lore. And Shane, your kids are awesome. Just great job, guys. Question for Tom. If he's seen Invincible, what did he think of the season? Tom, I know you haven't seen it.
Correct.
But, I mean, it's at its best, it's one of my favorite cartoons.
And the Punisher special was beyond. You don't have it.
Now, beyond
Amazing.
and the Daredevil Born Again is great, and just great time to be a nerd. The Boys, I'm kind of about the Boys show, but looking forward to the prequel, obviously, for Jensen. The dude's a national treasure. Like, come on, the Queen sat on his face. I completely agree. Thanks for the comment, man, and glad that we can entertain. Tom, I definitely think you need to watch Invincible. I'll tell you what, though. Tom, you do have some lore that you drop randomly about different things. So that's a good
I've
comment.
never viewed myself as the lore. Zakk is the lore guy of the channel. He's the lore guy.
He definitely has the lore.
Don't do that. I don't have that much lore. You guys are telling stories 75% of the time on this channel.
Well, dude,
I got thrown in there with a drunken kick to a basement door and catching Tom in his fucking underwear when I came down here to see if he wanted breakfast. So
lore with like Lord of the Rings and.
Oh, I don't know what the fuck. He said Tom's badass lore. I assumed it meant their lore.
No, I mean Tom's badass lore is just
It's
just my lore.
And I still don't have that other lore. Tom's just as good as me with it. The Lord of the Rings stuff.
Well, he would say that you're better.
It's nonsense.
I would.
You're
say
being
that
humble.
for sure.
Humble.
Darth Gallet, what's up, Cody? What are some elements you want to see in Maul Season 2? More gangster stuff, Maul training Devin, or some other direction? Also, will the channel be doing a Mandalorian and Grogu movie review? Yeah, we'll be doing Mandalorian and Grogu and some. We might see the movie and do a review. It is Star Wars. But, if we react to it on the channel, that'd be nice, too. We're not sure about that. No, I know Tom and Jaimie hasn't seen Maul, but love Season 1. I don't know what I want in Season 2. I imagine I want Maul in some way training Devin. But in terms of the side plots and what planet they'll be on, I have no idea.
I mean, I don't want to see him rise to his position of Crimson Dawn.
Yeah.
Or unless that just means a conglomeration of the other gangs, so his position in general, where he's in charge of the syndicates again.
Yeah, so what's the name of the rugby player kid? Riley. Do you think, for some reason, do you think like he'll live? Do you think, that might be a thing?
I think so. I think his dad's alive too.
Yeah, Dad's definitely alive. Okay.
We didn't see him die.
Yeah, definitely. Tracy, you guys are reacted to so much great content, but if you had the power to rewatch any series or film for the first time, specifically for the channel, what would you choose?
I'll let James and Tom go first on that one.
Yeah. What do you
Think about that for a second. We watch some good shows, man.
Well, I know that Shane, you guys are in the middle of it right now, and I'm really enjoying them, Shane. But if I could go back and wipe my memory completely and watch something for the first time ever, and it be a reaction, it would definitely be Supernatural.
Oh, I mean that's a good choice.
Supernatural?
Supernatural's great, yeah.
I think I would do The Strain for the channel.
That's a good one.
The Strain, you know what? That might be my answer. The Strain.
The Strain, Ash versus Evil Dead.
Yeah,
I love that show.
I love what I've watched of it.
You haven't seen much.
We've done it for the channel. We've done like 7 episodes of season 1.
Doesn't count if it ain't posted. So.
You're right.
Mine is random, and I can't remember the name of it right now. The girl that played chess. what was that? Queen's Gambit.
Oh yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah, dude, I just love that show.
That
And
was
when
a
we
great show.
that was a great show. And when we started watching that, I was pretty new to YouTube, and I felt like that was just a really good growing experience for me. And I really just passionately love that show. I'm actually thinking about rewatching that.
Well, I'll tell you. I mean, I loved it. And chess. I know the sale of chessboards went up like crazy.
Yeah,
You know what's funny is because you and I were talking from that movie, the perspective of like it felt so historical. Like this chick's going against the Soviet Union, and they have this guy, and they talk about on the radio all this history, and then I was talking about the show, like, oh, this is such a cool thing, but it wasn't a chick, it was a dude, or it was like the combination of one or two dudes, and the Soviet guy she was going against was a real though. He was real.
He was real.
Yeah, and they just changed. I love that show, but they kind of gender swamped / fictionalized the character a little bit.
Yeah. Who's
No.
asking weird and personal questions on
Can I ask a weird personal question? I don't know about that, Ace. Depends. But
It's a different ace.
there's an ace.
There's another ace.
Yeah, it's not shoelace ace. So I don't know. I would let shoelace ace do it. But here's a question though. You said I'm 31. I never had a girlfriend. Am I a loser? No way, man.
no way, dude.
No,
Absolutely
freaking
not,
way.
man.
I've got girlfriends that I wish I didn't have. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we all do, don't we?
so
Yeah.
no,
So
you're not a loser.
Dude, you're not a loser, man. You just got to put yourself out there. I know it's scary.
yeah, if you
Man,
want
you
that,
just-
if you want that, yeah, if that's what you want, and you're struggling, man, there's all kinds of ways to. I think to make yourself appealing, improve your self confidence, and just make sure if you want a relationship, you're not doing it to complete this missing part of you.
Yeah, dude,
'cause I don't think
Don't
that'll
do the
work.
dating apps. Don't do the dating apps and all that nonsense, man. Just get out there, do something you love to do, maybe a hobby that you like, and man, you'll meet a woman, man. When the time is right, you'll meet the right person.
There you go. And I wish I could watch Lord of the Rings for the first time again. I tell you what, I've only seen these movies a few times. I certainly understand why they won all the awards for everything when they won them. Yeah, absolutely. But I don't know how well it would do for the channel, but I would love to watch True Detective again. Season
Yeah,
1.
True Detective season 1. It's just I know what happens in the later seasons, so
Yeah, well, I mean, I love season 3, and 3's great.
it's good.
And
I wouldn't call it great, but it's good.
well, I think it's great TV. Just compared to season 1, it's terrible.
Was that set the fucking bar?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of wish they just didn't do any other seasons if that was the case, but whatever.
Yeah,
You got to know when to stop.
yeah. Shogun. I mean, that's really good. I mean, there's a lot of good ones. I mean, Lost is one of my favorite shows of all time, but I've never done it on the channel. So, I mean, and when that came out, there was nothing else like it. I will say, I'm watching this TV show now. It broke all these records on NBC, and then they canceled it in 3 seasons because of declining viewership. And I love / hate it. It's definitely trying to be Lost. They have all these people in a survivor situation. There's really good science fiction elements that I think are fun. And it's like, wow, what is the mystery of that? How did that thing get there? And there's elements of science fiction and time travel that was just really cool. But none of the characters, all the characters are like, I told you the other day, 50 or 60% as good as the characters in Lost. It's worse than that. Like, none of the characters are very good. There's no John Locke or Jack. There's no arguments like man of science versus man of faith.
Yeah, we've had it requested on the channel before, but I just finished a show called Mr. In Between.
I heard about that.
It's really good, but so the way the episodes are structured, I'm not sure that it's necessarily something you'd react to.
Yeah,
Some of it's kind of very slow burn.
Mr. In Between. Yeah, isn't that is on Netflix?
Yeah, no, it's on Hulu.
Okay.
Could be on Netflix. I just haven't looked for it there.
Yeah, that's a good question, Tracy. But yeah, I mean, I love Bria. I'm in season 2 now, and I'm like, dude, this girl's such a bitch. I'm watching it like no one would do that. No one would do that. You know what I mean? They're just doing it for drama.
Yeah,
Like there's like these kind of weird relationship
they're just
stuff,
forcing things.
and it's like it's like that guy wouldn't win in a fight against that guy. You know what I mean? Like this guy is like this primitive 10,000 BC fucking hunter gatherer, and he's like huge and jacked, and this guy like gets under his skin by taunting him, and that was like the game plan. and they have these bow staffs, and it just it's so stupid. I hated it so much.
Ace 360. So far, what has been all of your guys' favorite moments from any of the shows this year, and what are you most looking forward to? Much love and respect.
Tom, you go first.
Wow, way to put me on the spot. Thanks, Shane. This year, like 2026 calendar year, or like the past year? Do you think?
How about? I mean, because you have a smaller sample size, but how about we do 2025 and 2026?
For me, I don't know that I really even need to think about it too much. Sinners.
Yeah, I mean, Sinners was great. I don't know. I mean, I really think Maul and Daredevil and Invincible are what we just watched has incredible moments. I'll pick something that I think might be just a different choice. So is The Long Walk. It's a movie reaction that Tom, you were in that too, weren't you? Or no, just me and the kids.
Nope, I wasn't.
Yeah, it's an adaptation from the Stephen Spielberg, Stephen King book, and I loved it. One of my favorite movies is like Stand By Me, and I think it's like that for a new generation. If I was like 17 when it came out, it'd be one of my favorite movies of all time. It's just not made for me.
I think Weapons was my favorite experience.
Oh my, okay, well, let me take that back. The end of Weapons.
The end of Weapons was
is one of the greatest things I've ever seen in the history of my reactions.
So satisfying.
Ever. And Tom, it should be for you too. I'm telling you, dude. Like,
That
I know it's not your
reaction-
favorite movie, but in terms of the reaction, the end of, I don't want to go into too much spoiler here, but the end of that movie is so satisfying.
It absolutely is.
It just,
It's worth watching our reaction to that movie just to watch that last like 10 minutes. Just to watch one scene.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, the movie's really good, but then it all depends on the delivery of the end.
I hadn't been that excited about something that had happened in a movie that I was watching in the moment and had gotten so into when I saw it happening in years.
Yeah, I wish you could have
laughed at things and things like that, but when I saw that happening, it actually brought joy to my heart.
Yeah.
To see it going down.
Well, you have a
It doesn't happen very often, but I have a history of despising what that character was.
Yeah, I get like a history that goes back when we were kids. Like, yeah, I hate these type of people, Shane. I'm like, all right, Zakk, Jesus.
And so when it went down the way it went down, I was like Kramer.
Yeah.
In Seinfeld with the races. Watching him
the newspaper. The newspaper dude.
Watching him run her down.
Oh fuck.
God, it was so satisfying.
Yeah,
it was a happy ending. I thought for me.
It was pretty happy, all things considered. I mean, it's immensely satisfying.
It's a nice, good serving of comeuppance.
Yeah. All right. On to the next. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Yeah, we all answered. Jaimie, you didn't answer, did you?
No, I mean, because I've been away for a little while. I'd have to go all the way back to the last season of Invincible that I was in, and just that final episode. Of course, I won't give any spoilers or anything, man. But it was just, it was so shocking, man. It was shocked me to my core. I'll just say that.
Did you watch this season of Invincible, Jaimie?
I have not watched any of it yet. No,
Damn,
I've been working 6 days a week, but hopefully I'll get to it soon.
Okay. Gork is like, what has been your favorite holiday destination? And do you guys have any interesting holiday stories? Also, Tom, you should play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which, like BG3, offers a lot of choice-driven story moments.
Yep.
Okay. Favorite holiday?
Holiday? Does he mean vacation? I think
like that destination. Yeah. I think. In any stories.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
From where we've been, or where we would like to go?
No, where we've been.
Where we've been, yeah. Yeah, that's a good question, man. That's a damn good question.
Well, Shane, how are you going to answer this? You don't even like Christmas.
Me? Well, I like presents.
Shane likes Christmas. He just said it the other day.
Are we talking about holiday or where'd it go?
Uh-oh, somebody bumped something.
Let's give him a second to recover. Heard Shane scream. I didn't hear it. I saw him scream.
Yeah, there's not even any audio either.
There's no audio. If you can hear me, Shane, there's no audio. No audio.
I have a feeling somebody bumped something.
Yeah, I think Shane's.
So
Was
the rest of this podcast should be them not talking at all and only using hand signals
sign
to
language.
communicate. No, seriously, we can't hear you guys at all.
But anyway, I don't know if he was talking about. You said holiday like Christmas, but I think he meant vacation, like a vacation trip.
Okay.
You know,
All
like
right.
I mean, for me, the kids and I just went to Gatlinburg probably a month ago or so, and that was awesome, man. I mean, if you like nature, there's this place called Cades Cove there, where like there's wild bear just walking around, stuff like that. That's cool, man. But yeah. How about you?
I hate the beach.
You hate the
So,
beach?
Yeah, I'm not a beach or hot
Is
weather
it
guy.
the sand or the beach
Just
whales or
Both.
both?
Sand gets everywhere, and I don't like humidity.
Okay.
And I understand it's humid up here where we are too in the summer,
Right.
but yeah, I really enjoyed South Dakota, like South
Okay.
Dakota, Wyoming, like that whole part of the country was pretty cool. It's people live differently out there.
Heck yeah, man. It's a slower life, right? Like it's slower, laid back life, you think?
Well, dude, they're interstates. Like I got on the interstate and it was like the speed limit's 90.
There's literally like no traffic.
It's 90 and like they don't warn you. You'll drive for like 5 hours across the state and there's no exits. It's all farms. No exits at all. So if you don't and they don't say like, "Hey, last exit for 300 miles."
You need
know,
gas. You're screwed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, that sucks. I don't know if these guys are coming back to us. They're still trying to figure it out. Hopefully he didn't break like a wire or something.
What could possibly have happened?
He was reaching for a slice of pizza. Wonder if they can hear us. Oh, he's gonna refresh it real quick. But yeah, dude, I love the beach, man. It's crazy to me you don't like the beach. But I also like the mountains. Like I'm a mountain guy and a beach guy. I like them both. There they are.
Hey,
We hear you now.
Did you not even see us earlier?
No,
Nice.
we see you.
Yeah.
we
Yeah, we heard everything clearly, and we can hear ourselves in the mic.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, how'd that happen, Shane?
I was reaching for a piece of pizza, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
no.
what I thought.
Damn, I should have said we can hear them. Sorry about that, guys. And, somehow Tom and Jaimie were able to carry us, so.
Yeah.
Barely.
Barely.
No, Shane, the look of disappointment. All right, speaking of pizza, how much weight have you lost, Jaimie?
Oh, actually, it's kind of sad. I've had a kind of a downfall the last 60 days or so, and I've gained 20 pounds. So I've already told myself next week, like I'm locking in. So like probably I'd say like 6 months, if I'm not under 200 pounds, like I need some kind of punishment. I don't know what, some kind of punishment. Dude, where I work, I'm not gonna name where I work, but it's like temptation all the time. It's like
yeah.
it's like being a guy that is like single, hard up, hasn't had a girlfriend in a little while, and like he goes to like some supermodel convention and there's beautiful women everywhere. Like that is what's like every day for me, and I failed nonstop. So
Interesting
analogy. I gotta lock in, man, or not, or I'm gonna get
more than the food,
or I'm gonna get to like 270 again, which was my high, like 265, 270. Yeah, that was awful, man. My knees hurt, everything hurt. So I'm locking in next week.
I don't know why that's funny.
Bookmark it. I'm locking in next week.
Okay, there we go. I'm trying to think what kind of punishment you can do. Maybe you can try to wear that suit that we have.
Yeah, we still have the suit, James.
Might be. Dude, I think when I wore it, I was.
You have to
near
wear the
my-
suit and start a car wash.
Okay, that's a good. I think that's good.
The golden
Yeah. So
tracksuit,
we'll do
yeah.
like 6 months from today. But no, man. So I lost total. My best like 65 pounds. But I've gained 20 back. So yeah, I got work to do, man. I got work to do.
We all have setbacks, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little setback.
All right, we had a few more Q&A. By the way, I don't have to be the only one reading these motherfuckers.
You're the one that pulled it up.
Yeah.
I don't have my
All
computer
right.
open.
What'd you say?
I don't have my computer open.
Okay. All right. Favorite holiday destination. Me and you didn't say that yet. I mean, my favorite place I ever went was Fiji.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And I mean, it was for work on my old channel, but going to E3 and my and Gus's dream our entire life was to play Super Smash Brothers on a big stage like at E3. It was kind of this fictional dream because they don't play. Nintendo didn't do tournaments at the time, and they didn't do Smash Brothers at E3. Well, and there was a Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. That's the version that's out now for the Switch tournament. And my old YouTube channel, we entered along with Gus, who's one of my best friends. Obviously, everyone here knows who he is. We entered, and I won. Well, we had different brackets. I won my bracket, and everyone was in it. And Gus and I were in the semifinals. He's better than me, but I just beat him.
Oh yeah.
And then I fought some kid who somehow, I don't know how he got to the championship. He just was fighting a bunch of. It's kind of like rock paper scissors, but I smoked him. And when I got down, Gus shook my hand. He said, "Shane, I was praying to God that you would lose so bad."
Hell yeah, that's hilarious, dude.
I mean, he's competitive. He's very competitive at video games. He was just pissed off, but he's glad that someone from like our friend group representing us, won.
Oh yeah,
But
that's awesome.
that's one of my favorite moments ever. I'll never forget it. You know what I mean?
Someone asking if I'm friends with Eric from Blind Wave. I used to be. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
All right, Gorick. What has been your favorite holiday? I already freaking said that. Okay, what are your guys' top 5 games of all time, and which games are you most excited to play and possibly stream? Man, that's a good question.
Dang.
Top 5, I have to think about it. I mean, Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game of all time. And, yeah, sometimes it's Final Fantasy VIII, but when I replay 7, I realize it's 7. And I think the remake and Remake Part 2 are very good. Very good. Then, Super Mario World or Donkey Kong Country. After that, I mean, I had to really think about it. I mean, like Mass Effect. I think Mass Effect is the greatest trilogy I've ever played, and that's 3 games, but I want to count it as 1. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Zelda.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Zelda needs to be on that list.
Yeah.
And my favorite, I mean, I don't know, dude. It's hard to say what my favorite Zelda is. It's an unpopular one, but I might pick Skyward Sword. And I don't know, there's just so many Super Nintendo games that I love. I mean, I'm actually going through games right now that I've missed. It's kind of like a personal mission of mine. I just beat Banjo-Kazooie 2 days ago, Tom, by the way.
Nice.
In terms of what I've been playing, what I've been watching and reading. Yeah, I just beat Banjo-Kazooie. And, I mean, I love it, but I'll tell you what, I'm wrestling that damn camera constantly. I'm playing the actual 64 version. The camera is terrible. And the controls are very dated, but it's a good game. I understand why it was such a good game back in the day. But 64 games, they just didn't age as well as like Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis games. I mean, there are very few, like Nintendo first-party games, which let's just say Zelda Ocarina of Time, Star Fox, and Mario 64 on this, and Super Smash Brothers Melee, Mario Kart. Those all age well.
Mm-hmm.
But you play some of this other shit that it's unplayable. That's around 5. But all right, Tom, what about you?
Man, I would probably have to put the whole KOTOR series.
Be careful, will we?
Go ahead, Tom. Sorry.
Probably I'll just lump them into one. Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah.
I remember playing that first one and just being completely blown away. Like, and I'm not like I love Star Wars. I'm not as knowledgeable in Star Wars as you and Zakk and Matt, but I remember playing those games and just being like, this is nuts. Probably StarCraft, the original StarCraft.
Yeah. I played straight StarCraft 2. But yeah.
Yeah, right now I'm currently going through Baldur's Gate 3, and I think that might end up making my list.
Okay.
And then the first NBA Jam for the Super Nintendo.
Hell yeah, that was a great
Yeah,
game.
you brought that up before.
And I would honestly have to think through that last spot because there's Banjo-Tooie's probably up there.
You told me before it's one of your favorite games, Banjo-Tooie. Yeah.
Yeah, so Shane, if you beat the first one, they got a lot of things right with the second one.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. I think you'll like it, but
See, Tom,
tentatively.
you never have you played Donkey Kong Country, Tom, or did you?
Yeah.
Sometime. Okay. I know
I
there's a
still
lot of
own
games.
it actually.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to turn my shit down.
You need to keep an eye on the YouTube chat, or is that just like?
Well, I
Or
mean,
does this just make it easier just to?
what I
share?
kind of do is I try to just hit it every once in a while. You know what I mean? But okay. That's a fine list right there. Obviously, I mean, I know you. But did you play Dragon Age?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I know you like those, and I know you've been playing. I mean, actually, you've always talked about Skyrim. You didn't mention Skyrim.
Yeah, man, that's what I mean. I'm so hesitant to fill up that fifth spot because I mean, how are we basing this? Like how many hours we have dumped in a game?
No,
Or-
it doesn't have to be that because I would have to say Super Smash Brothers because I played it the most, I care about the most, and I invested in it. But I just don't consider it a game like I do the other ones personally. I mean,
Hey, I'm going with a list that just brought me pure joy, and it's probably gonna be weird to some people. But first is Halo. Halo
Okay.
I mean, yeah,
it
Halo's
was
legit.
just I mean, it was just a game that brought me and your brother. Your brother and I have always been close, but we used to play that together all the time, and got really good at that at
I'll
one
never
point.
forget when you brought Halo 2 from college.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, that was a long time ago.
We
man.
played. I remember we played when you came home. We played Halo. No, it was Halo 3. We had shotties and we had the sword, and we were. What was that one level with the bridges, like the energy bridges?
I can't remember the name of it, but I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
But I remember you were breaking some controllers.
That might have happened like 50 times at least. But another one's really going to throw some people off because you probably like half the people watching, maybe even 3/4 weren't even alive. But NBA Live 1996, man, that
Okay.
game was it was so good, man, and it brought so much joy to my life. And I played Josh in that game all the time, dude, and I beat him so bad all the time. And one time we were playing, and he was up with like 3 seconds left by 2 points, and he thought he was going to finally beat the big brother. Thought he was finally going to get me. And I went down. I was thinking, man, should I let him win or not? Then I was like, no, I shouldn't let him win. So I shot a three. I shot a three at the buzzer and beat him. And I just remember immediately he started like crying and just like stomped off from the living room. It was glorious. But anyway, but yeah, that brought me a lot of joy. But yeah, of course, like Super Mario World is definitely one of my top 5 favorite games of all time. I mean, we had a lot of fun playing that as kids, playing that together.
Well, I remember. I mean, we played that a lot, but like my relationship with you, we played Donkey Kong Country. It was one of the first games we beat. I mean, another game,
Yeah.
Hockey and Rocky, is one of my favorite games ever.
Hockey and Rocky was great.
I remember, you were like 16, 17, and I'm like 11.
Right.
And we played those games, and when I wasn't like pulling my weight, you would let me know. And God fucking damn it, Shane, get your fucking shit together. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. You can fucking go home. Like, I'm just saying that shit to me, dude.
I would never do such a thing.
Oh yeah.
He's completely oh, shit. He's completely making that up.
That's around. He's got his fucking boxers on.
Yeah, that'd be some shit, wouldn't it?
You guys saw my balls? Is that what you said?
I didn't have a microscope. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Hopefully that doesn't break. But yeah, dude, I'm sorry for being so mean to you.
No, it's okay, dude. I mean, you were.
He holds on to things.
I was a crazy
Hold on
son
to
of a
that.
bitch.
I was trying to picture Jaimie just flying off the handle, like even with the pork chop story. Like I'm trying to envision it.
Dude, I've chilled out so much, man. I've chilled out so much. It's actually kind of crazy. I was
Oh,
yeah,
wait
I
a
think
minute. Everybody, pause. Hold up. Resident Evil 4 remake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a great game.
Well, I mean, Resident Evil 4. Some people think is one of the greatest games of all time. I think it is probably one of the greatest in terms of impact. You know, I had to say I have not played it from front to back by myself without help ever. I beat it one time with a friend, and I admit it scares the shit out of me. I have Resident Evil 4 remake now, which most people agree it lives up and surpasses the original, and it's just fucking scary. I got the PlayStation VR that Santa Claus got for Christmas for Malachi, and dude, I put that thing on, and it fucking feels like you're there. Like the only thing I know is when a zombie's coming at me, like because I know it's fake, I'll just close my eyes. Like, okay, you know what I mean? It's just fucking real, dude. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, dude. But that's a
sounds
good
awesome.
one. Resident Evil 4, yeah.
Leon Kennedy is an unbelievable character.
Now he's like, I can't remember the Japanese word for it, but he's like this 50-year-old, like handsome, grizzled fucking veteran in the new one. And he's just like so fucking cool, dude. I remember bringing Resident Evil 2, the original, to your house, Jaimie, when I got it for Christmas. I got it for my birthday.
Yeah.
I remember playing it and you freaking out at the cutscenes. Yeah.
Like because I was scared?
No, because of the liquor on the ceiling. You just thought like the graphics were so good back then.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, that reminds me of another one on my list is Mario 64, and that might just because of the nostalgia. Like I remember going to Toys R Us with your brother, man, and playing the demo of that, and then getting it at home and playing that, and yeah, just incredible. And I remember the first time I saw the graphics of that, I was totally blown away, dude. It was like the craziest thing. And the last one probably on my list is the Walking Dead series, like that whole video game, because that's like the first game that my kids and we all fell in love with together, and we played together.
Yeah, with your kids.
Uh-oh. Guys, you're lagging like crazy. Are they lagging for you too, Tom?
Yeah, really bad.
You guys are frozen if you can hear us.
I can hear you.
I'm just not moving.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's weird.
They're coming back.
Okay.
You see the purple ring
Yeah.
around or outline, I should say.
Yeah.
That disappeared and it came back.
I don't know what the hell's going on. Can you hear? Can you?
Fucking AI is like, you fucking ditched me, motherfucker.
We can hear you fine now, as you're just a little pixelated.
Okay. Yeah, I just paused Evangeline's VR, so hopefully that'll help. So I mean, she'll come knock on the door in about 2 minutes. Dad, I was in the middle of a tournament. You know what I mean? Some stupid stuff like that. We heard everything you said, and I was just saying that the kids. When you play a game with the kids, it actually kind of bonds you. I played with Evangeline. It's called shoot, I can't remember. They're making a movie with The Rock and Emily Blunt supposedly. It's called It Takes Two.
Yeah.
And you play these parents that are on the brink of they want to get a divorce, and the kid just kind of crying, and it cries and wishes they get back together, and her tears. She has these little facsimile puppets of them where she plays and they actually get along, and her tears put their souls into these little puppets. So then the husband and wife it's a co-op game. They had to play and work together, and then they kind of fall in love again. I mean, it was Game of the Year, I think, a couple years ago, and
That
it's
was
just fucking
incredible.
great. It's a
Yeah.
great game. I played with Evangeline, and Marie. It Takes Two. I mean, that's a good one, and it's not one of my favorites. But I play with my kid. You know what I'm saying? So because I play with my kid, it's just kind of one of those things. But all right, Zach,
What?
your turn.
What games?
Top 5, Zach. Top 5.
Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3. So that's 3 of them. And I don't know. There's some games that have nostalgic value for me, but
You can still say them.
I mean,
Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim is way up there because I used to play that. My grandpa used to watch me play it when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. PC Doom was really fun when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. That was fun. I remember playing that at school.
What about that Bruce Willis game? Oh, I know a game, Twisted Metal.
Annihilation and Twisted
Oh,
Metal.
Twisted
3.
Metal.
Twisted
Twisted
Metal
Metal's
was
good.
big on my list because that was my first
Yeah.
exposure to Rob Zombie, and I remember like seeing him.
Yeah.
They had, of course, the soundtrack in the game, but you could also take the disc out and put it in a CD player,
Yeah.
and it had so
You
many
told me
tracks.
about that, and I thought it was the coolest thing that Sony put that in there.
Yeah. And
That was
then-
one last screw F you to Nintendo for fucking up the deal.
I remember because I was trying to buy Hellbilly Deluxe for a long time, and my fucking parents, my dad didn't want me to have it.
Yeah. Why?
Okay, I mean the iconography,
Oh,
the
yeah.
satanic iconography all over it.
Yeah.
So, I ended up getting it. My mom took me and we bought it, and any time I would get into some shit, which is often enough, she'd be like, "I'll tell your fucking dad."
She allowed you to have it.
Just to,
Damn.
like a token to control.
Man.
At some point, the cat was out of the bag, though. I mean, I had acquired other music by then and would have it blaring in my room or something in the trailer days.
The trailer days. I've never been there, but yeah.
What existed.
In my head, you always lived at the 3rd Street house. Or you always lived down here.
Yeah, no, I just showed up. I just lived here on weekends. It's the only time I existed.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, there's another one I'll put on that list. I don't know if it's probably at the top of that list, but Wind Waker.
Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Great
Probably
games.
Zelda games.
I
I
mean,
had good experiences with Twilight Princess playing it and things like that, and not so much Skyward Sword
yeah. I mean, that's
or
fair.
Majora's Mask. My oldest daughter
It's her
really
favorite.
got into Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
On cue, someone walking by.
Oh, yeah. My daughter's probably
I'm trying
wondering
to see if we're recording. Yep, she's doing it now. Look at it.
what's going on. See if we can. You guys see it?
You gotta point it out the camera. Fuck. You gotta. Oh, shit.
Can't see anything.
You left?
Yeah.
Look how clean this room is. You figured you have dinosaurs? No, just sorry.
Dinosaurs.
Your dinosaur tour, huh? Hello? Hello? Sorry, guys. Jurassic Park. Hope we get a chance to do that.
I never played 007 on the N64. The only time I played that was at a friend's house, and I didn't really get the hype.
I
Really?
played at Jaimie's, and they were so much better than me because I didn't own the game.
Yeah.
And
That was my first experience of like kind of one-on-one shooter game, you know, because you could play other people and shoot them. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it was freaking great. Like, you know, killing you guys, killing my brother. That was fantastic. That's probably why I fell in love with Halo.
Yeah,
Well, I just
007
remember,
was
like-
was a good game, but my friends, we always gone into Perfect Dark, which I mean, 6 one way, half a dozen the other. But
yeah. So I got into Perfect Dark a little bit later on because like Gus and Jordan were into that, and 007. I mean, GoldenEye. Like all my friends played, and I didn't own it. I just wasn't good. I got good enough to like to be able to play and control the camera, but it was also my kind of first introduction to shooters.
When's the last time the three of you had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Oh,
That's random.
couple
Well, because the motherfucker, read the chat. Somebody in there said they were going to eat some.
oh,
Am I the only one reading it?
I see it.
Tonight you are.
I see
tonight
the
you are.
Earthworm Jim with the brother and 007 and 64. I saw that. I just
I thought it was drawing.
Dude, I tell you what, I had one of those Crustables like 3 years ago, and that was the first time I'd had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in like 15 years, and it was phenomenal. But I haven't had one since. Like that was like 3 years ago.
I had one the other day because of Evangeline made like 3 of them upstairs in my dad's house, and used his peanut butter, used his jelly, and used his bread. I said, "What the hell you doing?" I grabbed one. You can't eat all these, and it was so good. And
What
yeah,
you tell 'em?
It's been a couple months.
yeah, but you can't have it with milk, can you, Tom?
Not regular milk. No.
Why is that, Tom?
You can get the shits, Tom.
Lactose.
Because your black ass is lactose intolerant. Is that why?
I can't. I can't. I won't tolerate lactose, and I won't stand for it.
Yeah. Well, my
Damn.
mom is lactose intolerant, and a lot of Filipinos are. I did not. Yeah, I didn't inherit that, thankfully.
Yeah, I've got a my foreman at work, the buddy of mine. He is Greek. His family. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but
This
He,
conversation.
he also has
Oh god.
the intolerance.
Yeah, lactose intolerance.
The other guys are not so sure. The MVP. Huh?
Zach loves the he's a man of the people. That's how he would describe himself. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
He's a man of the people. Absolutely.
What's your favorite sandwich of all time? Would it be the PB and J?
Oh man, I'd
No.
like to get after being president.
No, dude. Like a
I'll
double
eat-
decker with roast beef and like
You can't
cheese
say
and-
restaurant shit, Jamie. I know you want to.
double decker. You never
that's-
made a double decker at home?
Maybe I should. I just wasn't
hell
a
yeah.
double decker at home. I don't know how the fuck you would do that.
My favorite type of sandwich.
Yo,
Yeah.
the meat,
Made at
bread,
home, or
cheese,
that just
bacon.
can't be something strictly from a menu at a restaurant.
It can't be like McDonald's. You know what I mean?
Okay, it can't be from a menu at a restaurant,
Yes.
but it's something that could be made at a restaurant if they serve them.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to say mine's a BLT.
Oh yeah,
I think BLT is pretty good. Which, by the way, I do want you to tell your dad's BLT story. I think it's just one of the greats.
Ooh, I don't remember it.
It's when you and all your daughters were over there, and he made a certain amount of bacon, and he was talking about because you guys were missing fucking bacon, and he's like, I made this many pieces of bacon, so each sandwich can have this much. You don't remember that?
No, you tell it.
I mean, basically, I think he was talking. I mean, he made a ton of bacon
Right.
for you and your girls when you were over there.
I vaguely remember that, and I feel like I told it on the
And he
channel
mentioned
before.
all the bacon up front, obviously, and then when he's making the sandwiches, he was accusing you or one of your kids of
Taking bacon.
taking some bacon, so it could not meet the requirements
of his
of all the
BLTs.
sandwiches that were needed, right?
Dude, I vaguely remember that, but if it happened in the last 2 years, I've had so much trauma that I've like erased my memory. So
I think BLT on its own, a BLT on its own might be the best because I like peanut butter and jelly. I haven't had one in probably a year or more, but
Dude,
With milk.
but
what
I have
about
that
the-
with milk
Oh, I mean, PBJ
And-
it's the ultimate comfort food. I think
and grilled cheese
dude,
are really good, but
Grilled
I have
cheese-
to have it with tomato soup.
you gotta have tomato
Dude.
soup, and it's so good with tomato because grilled cheese is a close second.
Now I like peanut butter sandwiches, but I will admit those are better with chili.
You know,
oh yes, those are
I,
good.
yeah, I didn't grow up doing that but your family did it, and my wife's family does it, and now I do it too.
Yeah,
You introduced me to it at a cookout at your old house. So
Came from me.
hey,
Yeah,
but
Tom, do you do that?
Peanut butter sandwiches with chili.
You
yeah,
dip it in chili.
it's really
I've
good.
never tried that.
It was the weirdest thing in the world. I'm like, wow, this is delicious. But I'm gonna go really white trash on you. Sloppy Joe. Sloppy
Joe?
Joe. Love me a sloppy
White trash.
Joe.
Why is that white trash?
Yeah,
Zach, is that white trash?
you know, I grew up white trash, and real white trash, you wouldn't even have the sloppy Joe, man.
Dude, half
You
the
just have
people don't
bread,
even.
and you just be balling it up to
You
eat
know,
it because it's all in the fucking
You
house.
take the bread and you just do this with it, and you pick
No
it.
one where I live knows what a sloppy Joe is. No one
Oh,
where I
shit.
live knows what a sloppy Joe is. So I figured it was a Marietta thing. I don't know, but love me a sloppy Joe. I guess the
Joes
chat.
are
Does
No
anybody
one
in the
where you-
chat like sloppy Joe?
Jamie, you live in a major U.S. city and nobody knows what a sloppy Joe is.
Well, not where I live, man, but I do live in kind of a highfalutin area. So
Really?
yeah, yeah,
Highfalutin piece of-
like a shoebox house, 800 square feet's like $400,000. So
Good God.
They never opened a can. They have never opened a can of Sloppy Joe in their life. I guarantee
white
it.
trash. You wouldn't even have the butter or the pickles, man.
Is butter?
The butter, though. Actually, the butter would be like this fucking horrendous looking thing in the fridge because you're not sure if it's even good anymore. That's on a plate, and like the wrapping's still halfway on it, as the rest of it's just kind of forming out onto the under the dish.
That's like
And then the pickles there's only a few left and they're expired.
I definitely think.
And the bread is the only thing that's.
So there might be a difference between white trash and people who live in the deep south that don't have a lot of money. I don't know. It's like the no true Scotsman's fallacy. It's like he's not a true Scotsman because of this. You know what I mean?
Well, dude, I don't even
I mean,
know.
I'll admit, like the house I had, the trailer I had growing up was very fucking white trash. I know you never went there.
I never went there,
but it was very white trash. Like the fucking. So one day, I woke up. My parents had been fighting the night before, so you know this is a white trash story because the cops were called, and they had been fighting over something I probably shouldn't mention on here.
Okay.
But I wake up and I'm probably at, I don't know, 11 or 12, and I because I was 13 when we moved into town, so I think it was probably around 10 or 11. I get up and someone's knocking on the door, and I look over at the window, and there's a sheriff's deputy there with a rifle, looking through the window. I'm like, oh shit! So I got up, and the parents weren't home. I go to the door. They come in, asking a bunch of questions. They were threatening to call child services on them if they didn't take care of the place.
Yeah.
So
I just heard there were clothes and toys. Is what I heard. A lot of clothes and toys. Okay.
I don't want to say a lot because I'm not going to shit on my parents. My parents may not have been ready to have kids, but they're good peeps to me.
You turned out good. Zach loves to argue. Like he likes to brag about not being good.
Yeah, trust me, it ain't great. Right? I'm like a 5 out of 10 because the 5's right there in the middle where it's the people that kind of wonder. It's still kind of dubious. It could go either way.
Well, what are we ranking on here? We're just like
I'm not ranking it all.
An accumulation of.
It's just right there in the center.
No, you're not. You're like a 7 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10.
That's nonsense. And you're only giving me favors because you're my best friend and we grew up together and we're like fans.
No, trust me. I would tell Tom and Jaimie fucking what I think, and I'll tell you what I would think.
Look.
Yeah, he tells me I'm a 4 all the time.
I don't say you're a 4. I don't say you're a 4. Okay.
I don't even want to know my score because I have enough self-esteem issues already.
I've told you what I think of you.
We'll keep that private.
But your attitudes, I don't know. I mean, people have different issues. I got mine. I mean, yours are imagined in lots of ways, exaggerated and imagined.
Wait, are you talking to me or Zach?
We already had this conversation. It's just now it's like you're trying to turn it back around because you need to be right.
No. I've maintained this for years.
Like, what's his name? God damn it, dude, I've forgotten it. Bald dude from The Strain. Ephraim. You're like F. Okay? You always got to be right and you got to be in control of the situation. I
don't need to be in control.
The need for control.
I don't need to be in control. But you're arguing about your shittiness, and I'm just telling you objective truths. I have a lot more worldly wisdom.
Sure you.
And I've judged a lot of people. Okay. Okay.
On that weird.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
I've definitely judged a lot of people, and I think you always assume that you're my white trash.
We can move on.
Worst off friend, and you're not. Oh, I have a friend. Zach spent 5 minutes with him the other day. He's like, you know what? I need to be a little more thankful in my life because of this, this, and this.
Oh, I said that?
Yeah. Because of his mom situation.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and I'll tell you what.
I mean, no one's.
I'm not going to say specifics, but I would tell you Jamie Farley stories from his situations from years ago, and you'd be like, you know what? Maybe you're right, Shane.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I mean, I can. There's some stories from Byesville that I could regale you with.
Dude, those ain't that bad.
They're pretty fucking bad as far as
it makes her look bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right.
You would say, God, Jaimie, you sad sack of shit if you heard my stories.
Okay, but I got stories that are way off better than those, or worse than those, however you want to look at it.
Tom.
Okay.
I'm just living my 4 out of 10 life. I'm good.
Yeah, 4 out of 10.
Tom, well, I know I don't need to argue your score because I know you think higher of yourself than that. So I'll just leave it there.
Yeah. You know, what's funny is that scale is a lot of times just based off on how we feel about ourselves. So,
Of course it is. Of
yeah, I
course it
mean,
is.
you got to get that objective truth from somebody else. They'll give it to you straight.
Now I sent Shane a meme the other day. It was which you guys haven't kept up on The Boys, right? The new season.
No.
So have you seen any of the memes or anything where Homelander's sitting there and a guy kind of pats him on the shoulder?
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty much off social media for one reason or another. So no memes for me.
This and that. Is that why you're off of there for this and that?
Yeah, this and that.
So yeah, it's the part with the legend. If you remember him from earlier seasons, he kind of comes up and slaps Homelander on the back, and in the caption it says, "When your friend is an asshole, but you have to say something encouraging or something because you're all he has." So I send that to Shane because it's true. Because I am an asshole, and yeah, he knows.
I think you used to be.
Oh, I definitely used to be.
But you want to be an asshole. I think you want to be an asshole.
It was much more exaggerated when I was drunk.
When you're younger, you would try to be an asshole. Like it
Well, I
wasn't.
was definitely an asshole back then.
I know, but you would realize.
I relished in it.
Yeah, you would just do it to do it.
Yeah, I just.
But no, it's,
I just basked in it back then.
yeah.
You know
But
what's funny is I think
you're the
Zakk
opposite now. You're not. Go ahead, Dan.
Zakk is one of the most likable people that I've ever known in my life. So like whatever you're doing, Zakk, it's not working because like you're
he's
hard
not even
not
an
to
original. Like,
Yeah, you're
like the way he views himself.
dude. It's
Like,
almost it's
bad
hard not to
alcoholic,
like you.
Yeah.
Well, I was an alcoholic. I am an alcoholic. That's
Yeah, but-
technically you
but you're
always
not-
are an
but you're not-
alcoholic.
That's like saying I'm a track star. Or I'm a Marine because I was
What
a
the
Marine.
fuck do people that go to Alcoholics Anonymous go there for?
So they don't get back in it. You never even did it. You just quit yourself.
Okay, but the point is they go there because they're alcoholics.
Do you go there?
To stay out of it?
Do you
So
need?
because I just don't have the goddamn coin, I'm not an alcoholic? Is that what that means?
No, it means you haven't drank in over a year.
No, it's not over a year yet. It's a year in July.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Zakk,
You
that's
don't
awesome.
struggle
It's
with
been
it.
tipping.
You don't struggle with it.
I don't know if I don't struggle with it. The past few days have been very tempting to drink. But
Yeah, but you.
I went to that concert on Sunday, and it wasn't tempting to go to drink when I got there. Me and my buddy got there, and they take your ID at the door and give you a wristband if you want to drink. I'm like, nah, whatever. What really got me is there's a cordon right in front of the stage, and there were some people along it, and we were right behind it.
Yeah.
So we were right there up close and personal to the stage, and the headliners were coming on, and their roadie was going out and setting up all their equipment. Well, part of the setup was he took out these Coors Light. There were 2 cans per band member,
Yeah.
and he brought them out and cracked them and set them up in their various areas. And
Yeah.
it's like I could taste it. It's like I could feel it. I'm like, man.
But you didn't do it, and that's the
Well,
important
no, I
thing.
didn't do it because I can't do it anymore. I've done it so many times and so extremely every time that I have just broken myself. My body has pushed out on me. The ticker is just like tap it out. So
It cried uncle.
they cried uncle. So
Yeah.
my heart has failed me.
And you have the self control.
It has failed me for the only love of my life.
And you have the self control to stop. So
As I do miss it. I do, but I just I don't miss what I was doing to myself. So
yeah. I mean, amen to that, honestly.
but yeah, I am an alcoholic. That's what alcoholics are. That means you shouldn't have alcohol because
You know what?
can't just
it's
do,
like,
like,
oh, he's
2
an alcoholic. I mean, how many years you been sober? 10 years. I'm like, oh, good for you. It's just like, is that guy an alcoholic?
well, you can't fucking have it. There's a reason you stay away from it.
Yeah, but you're not
You
drinking.
can say a recovering alcoholic, but you're still an alcoholic. At what point are you recovered? Because if you ever start doing it, my grandpa quit for 13 years,
Yeah.
and then by the time we were around, he was slamming them pretty hard.
Like,
by then, so,
My dad was an alcoholic, and he just quit cold turkey. And then last year, he went to the American Legion. No, he went to the the place over there on 7th Street, Norwood. They went to Norwood Tavern.
yeah, that's
Oh,
all
yeah.
green.
Yeah, and he got
Not 7th.
and he got blasted, and then I had to pick him up, and I just didn't say anything to him. It's the second time I've ever had to pick him in my life, and I was like, I thought you were just done drinking. He's like, yeah, but I just needed to go drink. And then the next day, I'm like, how do you feel now? He's like, I don't need to drink anymore. I'm like, you saying that?
Hell
'cause-"
yeah.
No, and I'm like, you saying that because you're hungover? He says, no, I don't get hungover. I just realized I don't need it. Like I don't Like you know what I mean? Like you might not need it like you think.
No, I mean, obviously don't need it.
Like
I said I love it.
well, yeah, but then your body develop your body develops.
Like I literally
Well,
love that shit.
yeah,
So I need to stay away from it because my problem was I'm not the kind of guy that wanted to go in there and have a couple beers and just kind of, get a little buzz going. Like I sprinted to the finish line and beyond every time, and I loved getting fucked up.
Yeah,
That's why I did it. I loved getting fucked up. So I need to stay off of it because that's the only reason I do it.
Yeah. No.
It was like my ex-girlfriend, man. I loved that woman, but she was terrible for my health. To walk
I
away.
understand that completely. I too am divorced.
Yeah.
But that's not. Yeah. I mean, never. I was gonna say the way he felt about her, and which wasn't his wife, is not the same way he felt about your wife. You know what I mean?
I guess that's true. We both started out on very different footings.
It's a fact. That's a fact. But someone very close to me started drinking again after a few years of not drinking recently. So yeah, I kind of agree with Zakk, man. Once you're an alcoholic, you got to stay away from that forever, and you do have to tell yourself.
Does your dad still drink?
No, my dad hasn't drank since. See, that's what's funny. My dad drank my entire childhood, and it was nuts. As soon as I moved out and went to college, he stopped drinking. Like, wow, that must have been the problem.
Kids and those stress factors all moved out.
Yeah.
There were still 2 kids there.
Oh, well, then, yeah, it may have been just you then.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what. I remember when you left. He didn't quit. I mean, he didn't quit right away.
No, he quit within a couple of years though. When I left,
there was other problems. Yeah, like I said, my dad quit, but I don't think he's an alcoholic. I just don't think he wants it or needs it anymore. Like he went that one day a couple years ago, but then he said it just wasn't the same, and I don't know.
The last time I got trashed, I went out drinking with a buddy of mine that used to work with me, and we hit Wilkie's in town. I started drinking Jackson Coke.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I normally didn't drink mixed drinks, but in my mind, I'm telling myself, well, these are the breaks. Like I'll slow it down. I'll slow it down by mixing the drink. Well, it didn't matter because I drank a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I drank. Yeah, we went from there down to the fucking Lafayette.
Yeah.
And we kept drinking there. I remember because the waitress or the bartender, there were 2 of them. There was an older woman and a younger woman. And the fucking older woman made our drinks, and then we sat there forever. And I'd already finished mine, and they hadn't come back. And we're trying to get their attention, and I snapped my fingers at the younger waitress.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Did you just snap your fingers at me?" Like, I'm just trying to get a drink. So, yeah, I got a little attitude there. I don't remember leaving a tip. We went back to Wilkie's. I kept drinking, left there. We parted ways. I went to the Norwood. I started drinking again. And then I woke up the next morning. I had no fucking idea how I got home.
Is this when you were with your relative?
No, I was with a buddy I used to work with.
Okay.
I looked out the window. My car wasn't there. And I'm like,
thank God your car wasn't there.
I'm like, how the fuck did I get home? And there was, you could see where I had walked into the bathroom and just fallen into the fucking shower.
Yeah.
And ripped there's a little thing that holds your towels, little hanger.
Yeah.
That was like ripped off the wall where I must have tried to catch myself and just ripped it off. And I'm like, I gotta go find my car. So I got ready and I started walking back into town. And I didn't see anything alongside the road or whatever. And this nice old lady picks me up and she's like, "You need to ride to town?" I'm like, yeah, I left my car at the bar. And she drove me back in there. I found the car. I got back home. And that was the last time I really got trashed. I drank a little bit after that until after my last doctor's appointment. Well, not my last. One of my doctors. There was a doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
And that's why I remember the date, because it was July 9th. So
okay.
I drank a couple after the day after that. It just didn't really feel that good. And I'm like, fuck it. And that was it.
Yeah.
I had a lot of drunk stories. So many that the guys at work told me I needed to start wearing a GoPro?
Yeah.
Little camera.
Drunken GoPro stories.
Yeah, I went frog gigging one night with my dad and brothers, and I was really trashed that night. And I was on the back of the truck. They put me in the bed. Mm-hmm. And we went to get out of this person's house. And I'm like, I guess I got up. My brother told me, like, let's fucking go. And then I tripped off the bed and just did a face plant into the gravel. And my dad turned around to the guy they were asking to go.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm sorry.
Tom, I mean, when you got older, Tom, I know. Jeez, you didn't really drink that much, but remember when you were younger, getting pretty blasted when we were teenagers.
A couple times, yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah,
But I used to get like the worst hangovers, man.
Yeah, the cure to that is just drinking all the time, like I did.
I remember in high school when we would drink, or you would drink, and I remember you getting sick a couple times at the Third Street house. I remember you laying on the couch saying, "Shane, I feel fine," and I close my eyes, and I feel like I'm going to vomit.
Yeah, back then I never drank very often. I actually was kind of a teetotaler back when I was a kid, and then it was after 12 to 13 years of marriage that I started getting drunk all the time.
Yeah,
And there are probably other answers, but that was mine. And then there were about 2 to 4 years there where I was pretty much drunk all the time. And
when we started the channel, I mean, that was a big issue right there.
oh yeah, and I would start drinking like in the mornings. I'd get up to go to class. I was taking college courses at the time, and I'd take a couple shots of liquor before I even left the house.
Yeah,
And like I would just constant miner's breakfast, dumping eggs and some beer
yeah,
and downing that, like just random shit. So yeah, I was going through a fifth of whiskey every 2 to 3 days and beer to accompany it.
yeah. I didn't have to keep Zakk away from the drinks. He did it himself. Really, I mean, I never.
I did. I mean, I would just push myself to the point where I had to get away from it, and that just had to happen a few times. Before
Yeah.
Finally, I just stopped.
Yeah,
So
that's funny that we got an update on my dad, comic lover. My dad was a coke addict, and it made me scared of drugs. Okay, but later developed a drinking habit. That's rough, man. Yeah,
Canadian wake up call. I had what is it, 2 or 3 of them before I finally stopped.
what we talk about when you going to the hospital.
Yeah.
I remember going to the hospital with you twice. This is the third time, I think, or I went 2 out of the 3 times. I don't know if I remember.
I
the
drove
third.
myself one time. I remember that.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, it's really put my body through the ringer. Lost a lot of weight because I wasn't eating. I was just drinking all the time.
yeah. I'm sorry, Marie said sober Zakk looks healthy. I do remember. I didn't remember, but going back and watching some videos, you look kind of gaunt and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I wasn't eating.
It was like
I lost, I don't know, 60 or 70 pounds.
Yeah.
I was just like wasting away because that's all I would do is drink. I barely eat. I think
yeah,
I ate at lunch sometimes at work, and that was about it.
yeah, yeah,
The rest was alcohol and cigarettes.
yeah. You don't even smoke anymore, do you?
I just have a cigar now and then.
Yeah,
Still, I'm tapering that off as
Yeah.
we speak. The goal was last Monday or Sunday, but then my sleep schedule's been all fucked up this week, and it's like, oh, you know what? I'll do it next Monday. So,
yeah,
That sounds like me with food.
yeah. No, I get that.
but yeah, no, it's July 9th. It'll be a year sober.
I mean, that's pretty
If you
good.
don't count one time at a Lutheran church where I drank the wine or non-alcoholic beer.
That'd be a hell of a thing. Like, yeah, like it cuts the scene, and,
You had it.
and you're in a bar,
Yeah, I guess I didn't. It doesn't.
like Ash Wednesday, and you got the thing on you.
Doesn't quite have that effect on me. I guess where I just have that little bit, and all of a sudden it's just game on. But if I had a beer,
The beer might,
if I drank like a full can of beer, I probably would be like, okay, I gotta have more.
yeah,
So,
Dude, I remember you drinking a non-alcoholic beer, and then I think I remember you like tempting fate when you had to blow into that damn thing years ago. Like you would try to not drink enough that it would register on the damn blowing thing.
yeah. So what had happened was I was seeing a woman at the time, and she drank Mick Ultra, and I had never had drank it before that, but I was drinking it with her, and if you drank 2 and then there was so much time before I had to blow into that thing, it wouldn't set it off because your body would process it in time. Well, one time I switched to Budweiser one night, and Budweiser has a slightly higher alcohol content than Mick Ultra, so that my body did not process it out in time, and I got hit on the it's not really a blow and go, but it's kind of like one that you just have to carry around with you. So yeah, I got nailed, and then I, ended up spending the rest of my probationary period without alcohol. Ironically, I was never called back in for anything, so I could have been drinking the whole fucking time. But
Yeah.
I think the reason they never called me back in is because I wasn't a flight risk, and all my fines were paid.
Yeah.
So to them, it's like, what the fuck do they need me for?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Tom, when you were in law enforcement, what was your, when you take these domestic calls or when you're dealing with, the bar scene on Saturday night, what was that like for you?
I mean, it was fine.
Was that the more frustrating part of the job, or was it other stuff?
No, I mean, dude, drunk people are typically either really hilarious and cool and funny, or they're obnoxious, right? Like it's,
So which one was I?
Both.
I mean,
Yeah.
Zakk, I've always thought you were funny, so I mean, inebriated or not, didn't change that. For
I mean,
me.
I had some
Like,
bad nights. I mean, usually Shane's the only one that really saw those. But
Yeah.
the I can't think of any other times. I mean, there was the only times that my dad and I really had conversations is either when he had been drinking or both of us were drinking.
Yeah.
So there's a couple nights like that, like drunken, like deep conversations that you
Yeah.
never really had. But like, I don't know. I've heard by people tell me that I turned into an asshole when I was drinking, but
I would never describe you as that. I mean, I guess there were times. I mean, if you were just trying to argue about something, and like maybe I was dumb enough to like try to argue back, but if I just wouldn't answer you, you would go whatever, like, and then you would just drop it and you like forget it. You know what I mean?
find out very hard at the time.
Yeah.
I think that I remember him like during reactions being slightly passive aggressive.
Yeah.
During,
You and I talked about that.
yeah, during reactions, but no, I wouldn't describe it. My father when he was drunk was pretty rough, so I would not describe you as an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's probably just hot in his room, Mr. Fowler. I don't know if Jaimie's crying.
I'm definitely crying. I'm crying inside. But alcohol is a terrible thing, man. It's done a lot of damage to my life. Not me, because I've never drank, but where I work, there's this guy that's an alcoholic, and he comes in pretty much every day. And he's lost everything. He's lost his family. He's lost his house. He's homeless, and to see his decline is really sad. And I've definitely been praying for him. But he's been coming in the bathroom like the last couple of days. I've had to have a conversation with him because he came in and there was diarrhea like dripping down the back of his pants, and he got feces all over the bathroom, all over the toilet seat, like really bad, man. And his pants were falling down as he was walking through the place. And yeah, man, it's just sad, man, how that can get a grip on you and just really just destroy your whole life. And
Oh, like when you're actually drunk, it's a fantastic feeling, but you have to perpetuate it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy because I think your dad, I mean, I don't know, your dad, and I definitely know my dad was very high functioning alcoholics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my dad paid off his house 5 years early. Everyone didn't know him as a drunk except for his like my friends and family. Yeah, I mean, he was very responsible. Paid, never has great credit. Never paid. Was never late on a bill.
It's like one of those things like work hard, play hard kind of.
Yeah, that's what I think he could do. But I mean, when he was home, I mean, when he was drunk, it was bad.
My dad was not as functional, but somehow, like, he would go to like American Legion and leave there at like 1 a.m, and somehow he'd still wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work. And he would do that literally every day. Like on Saturdays and Sundays, he'd be at the bar. But like he was not functional as far as like paying his bills and stuff. Like when you said we were like fighting for food, like we were literally fighting for food because like
Yeah.
he was drinking all the money away for everything. And it's definitely not shit on my dad day because my
Yeah.
dad's came a long way and he's doing great now and he hasn't drank for like 20 years. But yeah, I think we all have like hangups and a little bit of trauma from that, you know. And then of course when I got married, I kind of dealt with a similar thing with my ex-wife. And yeah, it's rough, man. It really rough, man. So I know some of our viewers, you know, are going through some things in life, man. You just got to hang in there and pray and be strong, man. And things do get better usually, eventually.
Usually, yeah. Oh fuck. Anyway, so we've talking. I mean, we've this is one of the longer podcasts. I mean, we have to end it right here. But anyone else got anything to talk about, or anyone in the comments? I mean, I've been kind of keeping an eye on for some questions. I mean, Vampire Diaries. I imagine we might do it eventually because it almost won the poll. But right now, like I would do 4 or 5 more shows right now. I was talking to Tom about this. I want to do a couple more. It just we need the editors, or I need to just sit my butt down and I homeschool my kids, so I figure out a schedule. I edit a couple things. I could probably edit every day if I drastically. But anyways, yeah, man. So Vampire Diaries, we'll see. But I mean, Tom, you got anything? I mean, I know we were talking about our drunk family members, and I mean, I know you didn't have to be around that too much, but because your grandparents.
No, this is a good podcast. It was a little bit one of the longer ones, but this was a good talk, gents. I had fun.
Yeah, me too. Anyways, guys, appreciate you. And by the way, San Antonio Jones, who donated, thank you. And anyone who just
he ducked out earlier.
Yeah, I know people will watch us, and I did see a few people saying, "Hey, I'll catch us later. I'm going to the bar or whatever."
That was him.
Okay.
Spurs game.
You planning on doing any Bollywood movies? I would love to edit for you, Ace. I got to see what you've done, and just message me on Instagram. And I probably had a dozen people edit, and it doesn't work out because they don't have the skill or they can't keep up with the schedule. So, but hey, we'll see. And by Bollywood movies, there are a couple Bollywood movies that I know I want to do. I actually have some of the stuff on my computer. Let me tell you, and one is, what was it called? RRR, Triple R. Like, I know about the good ones, I just haven't been able to do it. And there's one that I wanted to watch on Netflix, and I don't know why. It looked so interesting. I don't know if it's called The White Tiger or something like that. In the trailer for this Bollywood movie, there is this like cab driver, or he was some kind of live-in servant, like or whatever. And I think he's kind of in love with the wife of the guy and this guy is just, he ain't the fucking baller. You know what I'm saying? And then something happens, I think, and he takes the blame for like some kind of, like they think they might do like a hit and a run or something like that. They get some accident. Well, he takes the blame, and they basically treat him like shit. And then just something happens. He put on sunglasses, he slicks back his hair, and he becomes like a gangster.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer.
And it's just like, dude, that looks
cool.
really cool.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
And Comic Lover, you did say something, James. James, you're right. My dad is super good. Okay, very cool. All right, guys, I think that's pretty much it. But we want to try to do these every Friday, and I think the schedule.
Slumdog Millionaire. I don't think that was the one he's talking about.
Oh,
That's
I've
an
seen
old classic,
Slumdog.
right? That's like 20 years old, is that?
Slumdog. My kids haven't seen it, but I've seen it. I love that movie. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it. I never watched it.
Yeah, the guy who played I think he played in the failed Avatar movie. He might have played as one of the characters in there. He's a great. He's been in some Hollywood productions. He's fantastic, but it's about the Indian version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and this kid is fucking. It goes over his life, and he's in love with this girl, Frida Pino, whatever her name is. She's gorgeous, and he's on that show, and he's getting all these questions right. And it's like, why the fuck is he getting the questions right? And then it goes through his life, and it's why he knows some of these things. And these fucking gangsters are after him. It is so fucking good.
Great movie.
Yeah. All right, guys. Next Friday, what are we thinking, boys? 7:00. Is that good? I mean, Tom and Zakk. It's kind of on their schedule.
Yeah, I make sure nothing's going on for the kids.
Okay.
Next Friday, I might be traveling when we talk. So, but I plan on being there.
Maybe you can, jump on. All right, guys. Much love. Thank you, and we appreciate you. And we're out of here. And
See ya.